Hi there, my name is Oren Kaunfer. I was a camper and counselor here in the 90s, and Ramah is such a huge part of my life, and of course all of my friends and my wife are all Ramahniks, and so I just want to tell you a little story that gave me a real amazing Ramah moment. When I was a counselor, my first summer, I was a counselor in Bogrim, and I had a camper who was a little bit difficult, and but I loved this camper. And so one afternoon, instead of letting him get into trouble doing whatever he was gonna do, I decided to pull him into the bunk. And he was into music, and I was into music, and so we sat down, and I said, "Listen, why don't we write a tune for Havdallah?" Because we do the Debbie Friedman Havdallah. Everybody does that at the end, which is great. But the beginning, there's no tune, and it always bothered me that there would be no tune for the Hine, because everybody's always like Hine, and that's really boring. So I said, we're gonna write a tune, and then our Idal have a tune for the whole Havdallah. So we sat down, we spent the afternoon, we wrote the tune, we thought of harmonies and the whole thing, and then we taught the tune as a Pulat Erev to the Eidah, and then on Shabbat, at the end of Shabbat, we did Havdallah and sang the tune. And then for the rest of the summer, our Eidah did that tune. And then the next summer I came back, and I was on staff again in the same Eidah with the same campers, and so we did it again. And then basically I went away for a long time, and those campers became Nivonimers and went to Israel and came back on staff. And I was off in the world doing other stuff, and then a couple of years ago, I heard that I got an email that Camp Ramah was live streaming Havdallah. So there I was with my Ramah alum wife, and we said, well, we got to check out the live stream of Camp Havdallah. And so we turned on the computer and we were checking it out, and to our shock and surprise, there were 700 people singing the Havdallah tune that I wrote with right here in a bunk in bunk 41. So it turns out, I guess, that all of my campers became counselors, and they were all spread out over camp, and they taught their campers, and those campers became counselors, and now it is the official Camp Ramah tune, and it's a really proud and wonderful thing for me and for camp.